Hi everyone, it's Richard at Altfins with another altcoin daily update. I don't have to tell you that it's been very ugly last few days. We've broken through various support levels and we're reaching some really levels down from May time frame when we also had a pretty sharp pullback, if you recall. And we can look at Ethereum here, where we're actually past those levels. Here is actually this is September, and if we go to a full year worth of data, we're now approaching levels from the summer in terms of the Ethereum price specifically. It's broken below the 200-day moving average and below, like I said, several support levels, including the 3,000 and the 2,500 dollar level. But the one thing that I will say is that it's not, this issue or this development is not confined or only related to crypto. It's been across all risk assets as the fears of inflation and fears of central banks, particularly the US Fed, raising interest rates, which put pressure on valuation of risk assets like equities, technology stocks, and so on across the board. But I do think that it's overdone. But again, it's not just the crypto world. Here's a look at Amazon. I mean, that's the blue chip e-commerce and technology name. And look at that, it's down from 3,700 to 2,800. That's a 35% decline, particularly sharp decline in the last few days, right? So, and these kinds of charts are all over the technology space. So we can look at Peloton, Interactive. This has been just clobbered, right? I mean, if we look at a 1-year chart or a 5-year chart, I mean, the high was 150 and now it's 27. So massive decline in some of the technology names, and cryptocurrencies and altcoins clearly are not immune. Having said that, the trends obviously have turned extremely negative across the board. Very few names could be still considered in an uptrend. There are some. We'll take a look at it in a minute. If we look at the signal summary, just a quick look at the ratio of coins in an uptrend versus downtrend. So here it is. Strong uptrend, 32 out of 1,800, and almost 1,000 in a downtrend, strong downtrend. On the short-term basis, 105 in an uptrend and 1,400 in a downtrend, and on that goes. So clearly the market is in a downtrend overall, and generally speaking, I advise not to go against the trade, against the trend. Certainly, if you want to go long and buy altcoins, typically we want to buy them in an uptrend. And but there are times if you are a bit more adventurous. Certainly, there are still some coins that are technically in an uptrend, even though overall the market clearly is in a downtrend. So we can find those few. If we look at the medium trend being up, and perhaps we'll say that they're all going to be, well, let's just go ahead and take a look at right here. This very simple. See how many are in an uptrend still. Luna, Cosmos, Near, Phantom. I mean, honestly, these are blue chip names. Layer 1 Solutions, among others. Harmony, Rose, Secret. That those are quality names that we should own if we were going to own anything currently in the space. But let's take a look at how oversold we are. I mean, we are really extremely oversold. I haven't seen this oversold conditions in over a year. So here, if we take a look at, first of all, we can look at the performance tab. Obviously, it's been ugly across the board. On a monthly performance, Bitcoin is down 30%, Ethereum down 40%, and on and on, 30, 40, 50% decline in a month's time is pretty standard. Let's take a look at oscillators. Now here we have particularly RSI 14, oversold, oversold, oversold. Just how oversold? Remember RSI measures, it goes from 0 to 100 is the range. It's a range bound indicator, oscillator. It oscillates between 0 and 100. And it's a relative strength index that indicates whether some coins or price are oversold. An oversold condition is under 30. You can see that a lot of these are under, almost all of them are under 30, with the exception of the stable coins, obviously. But we're looking at numbers like Solana, RSI 14 is at 20, XRP at 21, even Ethereum at 21, Bitcoin at 19. So when we get to RSI levels that are under 30, that's oversold. When we get to 20 and below that, that's extremely oversold. It rarely stays there for long. Now, it's not an indication that this is end of the downtrend, but it's an indication that we may and likely will have a near-term bounce. And so if you do want to play that bounce, I think we're at that point, at least for half of my position. If we're going to play this, it's time to lay that position on. Now, clearly, in a downtrend, Ethereum, in a downtrend across the board, I'm playing the bounce here. I'm not assuming that this is the bottom, but look at the RSI 14 here. Now we're looking at a 1-year chart. Below 30, we've dipped a few times here in June, after which we had a nice relief rally worth about 10-20%. Then we dipped close to that level in September. Again, huge rally after that. We dipped here in early January. We had a nice rally after that. And now we're below that. I mean, this is the lowest level of RSI we've seen in at least a year for this Ethereum, as well as I'm willing to bet even for Bitcoin. Let's pull that up. Oh my God, yes, clearly. And on, Binance. Let's take a look at that chart. RSI, it's at the lows that we've seen in last year, certainly there. And so when you get to extremes like that, typically there's a good opportunity to at least play the upswing that is likely to follow. I mean, so that's again, against the trend, not advisable typically, but when you get to extreme oversold levels like this, I'm going to, again, everybody make your own decisions, but I personally think that we are overdue for a bounce, and for 10, 15, maybe 20%, and after that I'm gonna take my profit. Again, maybe I'll just lay my only half of the position here and wait for another 5% decline perhaps to put on the second part of my position, is one thing. Secondly, I think you want to play and be buying some quality names like Ethereum. I mean, 70% of decentralized finance still runs on Ethereum. Ethereum's not going anywhere in the long term, so still I think fundamentally a great bet, and I think from a technical perspective grossly oversold. So stick to the quality names like layer one competitors that we talked about. There were some of those were on that list, like Solana right here, Luna, yes, Polkadot, yes, Avalanche, yes, Matic, yes, SHIB, no, don't play the meme worthless. I mean, really no fundamentals, the type of names. Dodge, SHIB, I don't think there should be on your short list in these situations. Cosmos, absolutely should be on that list. Kava, and also some of the DeFi names like a leading decentralized exchange, which is Uniswap, absolutely should be on that list. Also Curve should be on the list. which is also a DeFi name with the largest total value locked. And potentially some CeFi, some centralized finance like Binance and FTX, FTT, I think are good names because they do have some of the leading market share in centralized exchange volumes and good tokenomics to get people to lock and stake their tokens to get access to some of the new IDO or IEO deals. So I like that as well. So again, obviously make your own decisions here. I think we are grossly oversold here. Those are my 2 cents. I hope that helps. Gotta make, you have to survive this. So obviously don't bet the farm on any of this just yet. I think we do want to be patient overall for the bottom to develop and the trends to reverse. It may take weeks or even months, but it's worth a wait overall. And so we just got to survive this period to start making a lot of money again on the move back up. Good luck, everyone. If you have any questions, email us at invest@altfins.com.